Hello everyone. So in this lecture I am going to start graph theory that is very important. Graph theory that is the last chapter in discrete mathematics. And graph theory is important as well. You can see yes in various other subjects, technical subjects like we can say that algorithm or we can say that DBMS. Everywhere we can say that graph theory is we can say that very important and plays an important role in other technical subjects as well. Okay, so in this lecture we'll see some we can say that definition of graph, what is a graph, and what is the we can say that degree of a vertex, what is the we can say that edges and all in a graph, isn't it? After that we'll see some we can say that theorems, handshaking theorems, Havel Hakimi theorems, isn't it? So today yes we will be having an introduction regarding graphs as well as we'll see some various other components related to the graph, isn't it? Okay, so yes, write down what is graph. So we can say that what is graph, actually we can say that graph is a bunch of vertices and edges, isn't it? Okay, so write down what is graph. So we can say that graph is a bunch of vertices and edges that is represented by g of v comma e, where v is what we can say that vertex set and e is the set of edges. Remember one thing, in any graph, vertex set is always non-empty. But we can say that edge set can be empty or non-empty, isn't it? So we can say that in any graph, minimum or we can say that at least one vertex is required. Whereas we can say that number of edges, yes, could be zero also, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider one example. Let's say one graph is given to you. Let us consider one example. Let's say yes, let's say this is the given graph. Let's say that is vertex, let's say A, this is B, let's say this is C, this is D, and let's say edges are E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, isn't it? So here we can say that vertex set contains how many number of vertices? Four vertices, that is A, B, C, D, where edge set contains 5 edges, that is E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5, isn't it? So we can say that that is the graph, isn't it? So write down one note, we can say that in any graph vertex set must be yes non-empty, whereas we can say that number of edges could be 0 in a given graph, isn't it? So write down one note. Yes, in the note you can write down, yes, let's say, yes, we can say that first point, cardinality of vertex set is always greater than equals to 1. That means we can say that vertex set cannot be empty. Where second one, as is edge set is greater than equals to 0. That means we can say that edge set can be empty as well, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider, we can say that let us consider one graph. Let's say this is the graph one. Let's say containing, yes, only 3 vertices, isn't it? So we can say that here number of vertices are how many? 3. Number of edges are 0, isn't it? So that is the valid graph, and these type of graphs are known as what? Null graphs. So what is the null graph? Null graph means we can say that a graph with the 0 number of edges is known as what? Null graph. So this one is a null graph with how many number of vertices? With three vertices. Similarly, we can say that, let's say, yes, a graph containing two vertices. These are disconnected graphs, null graph, isn't it? This is also a null graph with two vertices, isn't it? So we can say that a graph with the zero number of edges is known as what? Null graph, isn't it? Okay. Next one, so we can say that yes, number of edges can be yes zero also, isn't it? But number of vertices are always greater than equals to one. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, next point you can write down. Yes. Third point you can write down in the note, that is order of a graph. Order of a graph means number of vertices, that is cardinality of vertex set, that is number of vertices. That means if four vertices, let's say four vertices are there in any graph, then we can say that order of that graph is 4, nothing else. Fourth one, we can say that size of graph G, that is number of edges. Number of edges. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So let us assume one example. Let's say one graph is given to you. Let's say A, B, then we can say that C, isn't it? And let's say D, and yes, let's say this one. So we can say that what is the order of this graph? We can say that four vertices are there. So order of this graph is 4. Where size of this graph is what? Number of edges. So number of edges are how many? 6 edges are there. So we can say that size of this particular graph is 6 and order of this graph is 4. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay, so moving to the next one, let's say degree of a vertex. Or before that, let us consider classification of graphs. So first one you can write down, let's say graphs are basically of two types. First one we can say that undirected graph. Undirected graph. Second one is what? Directed graph, isn't it? So directed and undirected graph. Again, these undirected and directed graphs are classified into further three categories. First one we can say that is simple graph. This one is simple graph. Next one is that is multi-graph, and last one is that is pseudograph, isn't it? Similarly, in directed graph also these three categories are there. First one is simple graph, next one is multi-graph, and third one is pseudograph. So yes, we will see simple, what is simple, multi and pseudograph, isn't it? So basically we can say that graphs are of two types. First one is directed, second one is undirected. Both directed as well as undirected are further divided into three categories. First one is simple graph, second one is multi-graph, and third one is pseudograph. So we'll see one by one what is the meaning of simple graph, what is multi-graph, and what is pseudograph, isn't it? Okay, so let me see once. Yes, let's say this is simple graph. Next one, that is multi-graph, and third one is pseudograph. So first one, in simple graph we can say that no self loop is allowed. In multi-graph we can say that Also, we can say that in simple graph, first point is what? No self loop is allowed. Second one, multiple edges are not allowed. Multiple edges means we can say that more than one edge is between any pair of vertices. That is not allowed. Means we can say that at most one edge is allowed between any pair of vertices. That is the meaning, isn't it? Okay. In multigraph also we can say that self loops are not allowed. Self loops are not allowed, but multiple edges are allowed. Multiple edges are allowed. That means what? We can say that, let's say these two vertices are there. Between these two vertices, multiple edges are allowed, isn't it? In pseudograph, we can say that yes, both self loops are allowed as well as multiple edges are also allowed. So we can say that self loops are allowed. Similarly, we can say that multiple edges are also allowed, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that I think this one is clear to everyone. What is the meaning of simple? Simple means no self loop, no multiple edge. Multiple graph means no self loop, but multiple edges are allowed. In pseudo graph, both self loop as well as multiple edges are allowed, isn't it? Let us take one example. Let us consider, let's say one graph is given to you. Let's say one undirected graph, let's say this is given to you. So yes, so we can say that this is a simple graph or not? No, this is not a simple graph. Because why? Because we can say that here self loop is there, so that's why this is not a simple graph. This is a multi graph or not? No, in multi graph also self loop is not allowed. But yes, this is pseudo graph. Yes, we can say that that is pseudo graph. Yes, pseudo graph is, isn't it? Because self loops are allowed in a pseudo graph, isn't it? Okay, let us take one more example. Let's say, yes, we can say that, let's say this graph is given to you. Yes, yes, we can say that this one is simple or not. No, let's say these are the vertices v1, v2, let's say v3, v4. So we can say that between v1 and v2, yes, more than one edges are there, means multiple edges are there. That's why we can say that this is not a simple. But yes, this is multigraph or not? Yes. This one is a pseudograph or not? Yes. We can call it either multi or pseudograph, no problem at all, isn't it? Okay. Moving to the next one, that is degree of a vertex. Write down next one, that is degree of a vertex. Degree of a vertex. So we can say that number of edges incident upon that vertex where self loops are counted twice. Let us consider one graph. Let's say this is the given graph. Let's say this is vertex A, B, C. Then let's say this is D, then E, and this is vertex F. So yes, degree of A is 1, degree of B is, we can say that 4, degree of C is 2, degree of D is 3, degree of E is 2, and degree of F is what? 0, isn't it? So let's say, yes, self loop is also there. Let's say in C there is one self loop. So because of this self loop, we can say that degree of C will be what? Yes, degree of C will be 4. Because self loop is counted twice, we can say that ultimately two, yes, edges are incident on vertex C because of that self loop. That's why we can say that self loop is counted twice, nothing else, isn't it? So degree of C is 4, isn't it? So here we can say that what is the order of this graph? Order means number of vertices, that is 6. What is the size of the graph? Size of the graph means number of edges, so we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can say that yes, size of this graph is 7, isn't it? Okay, no problem at all, isn't it? Now we can say that the vertex with the degree 1 is known as what? Pendant vertex. Again, I'm repeating again. The vertex with degree 1 is known as what? Pendant vertex. Also, the vertex with the degree 0 is called as what? Isolated or lone vertex, isn't it? So here we can say that degree 1. Yes, we can say that a vertex A is with the degree 1. So we can say that this vertex is known as what? Pendant vertex. And this one is, yes, we can say that that is pendant. And F, vertex F is with degree 0. So this is known as what? Lone vertex or isolated vertex. Isn't it? So you write down, yes, in one note, you can write down, yes, let's say first point, the vertex with degree equals to 1 is called pendant vertex. Second point you can write down, the vertex with the degree 0 is called lone or isolated vertex, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Yes. Here some notations are there. Let's say del G. G is a graph. Del G means we can say that minimum degree. And delta G represents what? Maximum degree. Isn't it? So let us consider the previous example. Let's say in this particular example, what is del G? Minimum degree is 0 and maximum degree of the graph is what? That is 4. Isn't it? So these are also two technical terms. Isn't it? Okay. So moving to the next one, let's say that is the next one. Yes, we can say that. Yes. Handshaking theorem. Handshaking theorem. So handshaking theorem says that what? Summation of degrees of all vertices, that is for every v belongs to vertex set of the graph G, is always equals to twice of number of edges. That is the handshaking theorem, isn't it? Where E is what? Number of edges, isn't it? V represents what? Vertex. And V of G represents what? Vertex set of graph G. Vertex set of graph G, isn't it? Okay. So let me see once, isn't it? Let me see once. Let's say, we can say that, let's say, consider one graph. Let's say this is the given graph. So let's say this is vertex A, B, C, D, and this is E. So we can say that vertex A is with degree 1, vertex B, yes, degree of vertex B is what? 3, degree of vertex is 5, degree of D is 2, and degree of E is what? 3, isn't it? So we can say that, yes, sum of all degrees we can say that that is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3. That will be what? That is 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 3, that is 14. Yes, and number of edges are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can say that number of edges are how many? 7. So these degree sum, that is 14, is equals to twice of number of edges, and you already seen number of edges are how many? 7. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. So next one, because the degree sum is equals to twice of number of edges, that is 2e. 2e means this number is what? Even number, because that is multiplied with 2. 2e, that is 2e is what? Like we can say that that is even. If this is even, so we can say that yes, we can say that the degree sum of any vertex is always even. Why? Because we can say that every edge, let's say one edge is there between two vertices, let's say A and B. So this S is contributing, yes, degrees twice. Yes, we can say that 1 degree is contributed to vertex A and 1 degree is contributed to vertex B. That means because of one S, yes, contribution is at two places. That's why we can say that degree sum is equals to twice of number of S, isn't it? Okay, so this number is even, so we can say that degree sum is always even, isn't it? Now you only tell me, let us consider, let's say in the next slide, let's say in any graph randomly, I'm considering any graph, let's say in the given graph v1, v2, v3, v4, or let's say vn vertices are there. Now you only tell me, that means degree sum is even. So some even can be, we can say that can obtain, yes, when we sum all even numbers, yes or no? Let's say yes, v1 is having degree even, v2 is also having degree even, this is also having even, all vertices are having degree even. So even plus even plus even, yes, that will be even only, yes or no? No problem at all. So we can say that a vertex, or we can say that a graph is possible with all vertices with even degree, no problem, because sum of even will be, yes, even only. But you only tell me, yes, is it possible? Let's say out of these n vertices, only one vertex is having odd degree. That is not possible. Why? Because we can say that, yes, we can say that even plus even plus even, n minus 1 times will be what? Even only. Now even plus odd, you only tell me that will be what? Yes, that will be odd only. That means that is not possible. We can say that, let's say any graph, let's say that contains three vertices v1, v2, v3. Yes, let's say v1 is of odd degree, v2 is also of odd degree, and v3 is also of odd degree. That is possible or not? No, because yes, we are adding odd degrees, we can say that three times. That means, let's say odd plus odd plus odd will be what? Odd only. So we can say that ultimately, yes, if we sum odd numbers, remember, yes, listen me correctly what I'm saying. If we adding odd numbers, odd number of times, then answer will be odd. If we are adding odd numbers, even number of times, then answer will be even. What is the meaning of that? Let's say two odd numbers are there and we are adding these odd numbers two times. Means, yes, odd plus odd, that will be even. But odd plus odd, adding three times, then that will be odd. Odd plus odd plus odd plus odd, yes, we are adding four times, then that will be the even, isn't it? Okay, so ultimately from here we can conclude that in every graph, yes, you can write down or you can make one note, the number of vertices of odd degree are even. So we can say that in any graph, let's say, can we say that yes, that graph is possible or not? A graph with 5, let's say, let us take one example. Let's say a graph with, let's say, 5 vertices. let's say v1, v2, v3, v4, v5. So v1 having degree, let's say v1, v2, v3, all three having odd degrees, and v4 and v5 having even degrees. So we can say that here odd plus odd plus odd plus even plus even. This number will be what? We can say that odd, because we are adding odd numbers odd number of times. That means 3 times. So that graph is not possible because degree sum is always what? Even. So this graph is not possible. You cannot make any graph in which 5 vertices are there with 3 vertices with odd degree and 2 vertices with even degree. That is not possible at all. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can write down again one note. No graph can have odd number of vertices with odd degree, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so moving to the next one. Yes, we can say that, let's say, yes, write down next one. That is handshaking theorem for directed graph. Handshaking theorem with, or we can say that for directed graph. So we can say that is in degree. Minus sign represents what? In degree, and plus sign represents out degree, that is equals to number of edges, that is in degree, and that is out degree. Out degree means in directed graph incoming arrow is counted as a in degree and outgoing arrow that is counted as out degree, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that sum of in degrees of all vertices. Yes, so we can say that is for every, yes, we can say that V belongs to vertex set of G. Here also we can write for every V belongs to the vertex set of graph G, isn't it? So let us consider one example. Let's say vertex A, vertex B, and vertex C, isn't it? And let's say this is vertex T. So let's say in degree of A is what? Incoming arrows, that is 1. And out degree of A is what? That is 2. Similarly, incoming arrow on B, that is 1, outgoing 1. On C also we can say that incoming 1, outgoing 1. On D we can say that incoming 1, outgoing 2. So first parameter, let's say, that is representing in degree, and second parameter is representing out degree, isn't it? So we can say that first one is in degree, second one is out degree. So here sum of in degrees, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, isn't it? Isn't it? So we can say that 1 plus 1 in degrees, sum of in degrees, let's say that is 1, here also 1, here 2, here 2, isn't it? And out degree is 0. Yes, for C we can say that, yes, make this correction. For C, in degree is 2 and out degree is 0. For D, in degree is 1 and out degree is 2. Yes, that is correct. So in degree, sum of in degrees will be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. We can say that is 3 plus 2, that is 5. And out degree is what? We can say that is 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2, that is also 5. So number of edges are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. here from A to D there is an edge. Similarly, D to A also there is an edge. Yes, so this bidirectional arrow is representing two edges between A and D. There is an edge between, we can say that from A to D as well as from D to A. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can say that yes, that is equals to sum of in degree, that is equals to 5, that is equals to number of edges, that is 5. Similarly, sum of out degree, that is equals to 5, that is also equals to number of edges, yes, E, yes or no? Yes, so we can say that that is what? That is handshaking theorem for directed graph. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Okay guys, so next one, let us consider final one, that is Havel-Hakimi theorem. Havel-Hakimi theorem. So we'll see what is the use of Havel-Hakimi theorem. Before that, yes, I'm going to cover what is the meaning of degree sequence. A degree sequence of a graph. So let us consider any graph. Let's say one graph is given to you, that is A, B, let's say C, this is D, this is E. So let's say this is one graph. This graph, you can see this graph is undirected graph with 5 vertices and 5 faces. Undirected graph, as well as we can say that this graph is, yes, disconnected as well. Yes or no? This is not connected graph. So here in this disconnected graph, you only tell me. We can say that yes, degree of E is what? 0. Similarly, degree of D is what? 2. Degree of A is 3. Degree of B is 2. Degree of C is 3. So what is the meaning of degree? Yes, degree sequence. We can say that write the degrees of all vertices in a sequence, either in decreasing order, or we can say that increasing order, or we can say that ascending order or descending order. So if we write these degrees in descending order, so we can say that 3 comma 3 comma 2 comma 2 comma 0, that is the descending order. Yes or no? Descending order. And let's say write in ascending order. Yes, these are known as what? Degree sequence. So sometimes what happens, instead of giving the graph, sometimes a degree sequence of a graph is given to you. Now, if any random degree sequence is given to you, so whether this degree sequence is possible or not, the meaning is what? If a degree sequence is possible or valid, that means yes, for that particular degree sequence, one graph will exist. If that degree sequence is not valid, then we can say that yes, no graph will exist for that particular degree sequence, isn't it? So yes, we can conclude like we can say that, let's say one degree sequence is given to you, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Now, whether this is a valid degree sequence or not. Now here we can say that two vertices, or let's say three vertices, are with the degree odd. So if we see the degree sum, so we can say that here degree sum will be what? 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. That is not an even, isn't it? So that is, we can say that degree sequence, or we can say that degree sum is always even, because degree sum is equals to twice of E. So that is even number, but here we can say that 11 is there. So we can say that yes, this degree sequence is not valid. So we can say that there exists no graph with this degree sequence. You can try, there won't be any graph corresponding to this degree sequence. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. So Havel-Hakimi theorem says that yes, one degree sequence is given to you, and Havel-Hakimi theorem yes give you a procedure that will yes we can say that will be helpful to find out or to we can say that verify whether a degree sequence is valid or not, isn't it? So this Havel-Hakimi theorem, yes, that is only for simple graphs. Remember this one. Simple graph, whether, yes, that means no self loop and no multiple edges are allowed. For that only we can apply Havel-Hakimi theorem. So what is the procedure? Yes, yes, I'm taking, yes, one example, let's say, yes. First step is what? Write the degree sequence in decreasing or we can say that descending order. And let's say after writing in the descending order, let's say this is the degree sequence, let's say D1, D2, D3, D4, let's say up to Dn is a, let's say, degree sequence in descending order. After that, what you need to do, isn't it? Yes, so I'm taking one example, and with that example I will yes clarify to you guys yes how this procedure yes will be yes we can say that considered or we can say that how this procedure is applied. Yes, one by one we'll see. I'm taking one example. With that example it will be easy for you guys, isn't it? Okay, so let us consider, let's say one degree sequence is given to you. Let's say that is 1 2 3 3 4 5 5 5. Whether this degree sequence is valid or not, so apply Havel-Hakimi theorem. Before that write it in descending order, isn't it? So here we can say that 4 plus 4, yes we can say that total 8 vertices are there. So write it in decreasing order 5 5 5, then 4 3 3 2 1. Now remember, listen me correctly. Yes, see what is the highest degree, that is at first place. Now yes, yes, cross it out. Yes, highest degree means any degree that is at the first place, cross that one, and that value is what? 5. So yes, underline at 5 places, isn't it? Underline at next consecutive 5 places and decrement by 1. So yes, first one will be removed. Yes, cross sign means that will be removed. Now remaining 5 places, consecutive next 5 places, yes, decrement by 1. So 5 minus 1, this becomes what? 4. Again this 5 minus 1 becomes 4. This 4 minus 1 becomes 3. This 3 minus 1 becomes 2. This 3 minus 1 becomes 2. Again 2, 1. Now check. After this decrement, yes, the sequence must be in descending order also. Otherwise, again write it in descending order. Now, already this one is in descending order. No problem at all. Now, remove first one. First value is 4. So, mark at 4 places and decrement by 1. So, this 4 minus 1 will be 3. This 3 minus 1 will be 2. This 2 minus 1 will be 1. This 2 minus 1 will be 1. These 2 and 1 are as it is. Now again see this is in descending order or not? No. So write it in descending order first. Yes or no? Now first place is 3. Yes. Remove this one. This value is 3. So mark at 3 places and decrement by 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Again 2 minus 1, 1. This 1 minus 1, 0. This is 1, 1 as it is. So apply this procedure until we can say that sequence becomes in zeros and ones only. Now here you can see zeros and ones are there. So here now count the number of ones. Yes, count the number of ones. Here, yes, number of ones are how many? That is 4. That is an even number. So we can say that yes, this degree sequence is a valid degree sequence. That means for this degree sequence, corresponding graph will exist for sure, isn't it? If this count of number of ones is odd, then we can say that that is not a valid sequence. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Yeah, so apply this procedure until zeros and ones are obtained, and after that count the number of ones. If number of ones are even, then that sequence is valid, otherwise invalid. Remember, yes, you only tell me what is the meaning of this particular, we can say that procedure, how this procedure came. So very simple logic is there. Yes, you only tell me. Here in the given degree sequence, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 vertices are there. Now, yes, we are removing one vertex, let's say that is V1. And degree of V1 is how many? We can say that 5. So guaranteed this V1 will be connected with 5 other vertices. Yes or no? Now whenever this V1 is removed, so we can say that at 5 places degree will be decremented by 1 or not. Yes or no? Because yes, whenever we are going to remove this V1, then all these incident edges will also be removed. If these all incident edges are also removed, so for 5 vertices degree will be decremented by 1. Yes or no? Isn't it? So this procedure will continue. At last we can say that at last step 11011 means yes, we are with the, we can say that graph with 5 vertices only, in which one vertex has degree 0, that is even number, and 4 vertices having degree 1. Degree 1 means odd degree. So odd degree vertices are even. That's why we can say that that is a valid degree sequence. I hope this one is clear to you guys, isn't it? Okay. Now remember, let's say one more example. Let's say one degree sequence is given to you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now remember, yes, first this is in the descending order. First is 5. Remove this one. Now 5 places are not there. Yes or no? Only 4 places are there. Yes, from which we can conclude that this is also not valid. Why? Because in a simple graph, if any vertex has degree 5, so at least this vertex must be connected with 5 other vertices. But here 5 other vertices are not there. So we can say that that is not valid. In between, let's say, in between we can say that at some place, yes, while decrementing 1, if you are getting negative number, then also we can say that that is not valid, because negative degree is not possible, isn't it? So in any intermediate step, if you are getting any negative number, then stop there and say yes, that sequence is not valid, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So that was, we can say that, a small introduction about graphs, isn't it? What is the degree? What is the degree sequence? What is handshaking theorem? What is the handshaking theorem for, we can say that, directed graph? What is Havel-Hakimi theorem? Isn't it? All these are, we can say that, some basic things regarding graphs, isn't it? Okay guys, so that's all about this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll see some special graphs, isn't it? Okay guys, thank you so much.